Hi everybody, it's Sheila with Design to Extremes and Mind Extremes, and I'm just going to show you real quick what's in our recipe today. What we've got are some great fresh strawberries from the produce market. I've laid out my ramekins as well as a bowl to mix everything with. I've got my raw cacao powder from Elements for Life, my raw honey. It's organic. It's specially harvested, U.S. grade A, honey lover's choice. I'm just reading you the marketing there on the label, okay. Here's our organic coconut oil, and that is it. We are going to make a decadent dessert. Let me just walk you through the steps. Okay, took my glasses off, lost my knife. Alright, here we go. I've already rinsed the strawberries, but I'll do it again just to show you real quick. When I bring them in from the store, I just do one of these jobbies on it. They're already in this great little case, so why waste that? And then we take our berries. I've shown you this before, but you put the knife right where the red meets the white, and there's very little white actually on these, so I can get them way at the top. And I'm just going to do a couple here just to show you. I'm just going to slice it, maybe in half would be fine. Go right at the top of this baby. This is a big one, so we could really cut it in half and then in half again. I really want these to be a nice bite size. That's pretty good. This guy. Alright. One more. Alright. What you're going to end up with is one or a couple berries, whatever your preference is in the ramekin. Then we're going to take our honey, we're going to take our coconut oil and our raw cacao, and we're going to mix them up. Pretty easy, pretty simple. All you're going to need is a whisk, or some people prefer a fork, and that's fine. Whatever you have. This is just a really simple, easy, decadent dessert. I'm going to use a pretty nice, healthy spoonful of the honey. Push that in there. And then we're going to use some of the coconut oil. Alright. Another spoon right here. This has been sitting out room temp. I'm probably going to put in about three tablespoons to a tablespoon of honey, because, I mean, the honey really fills up the tablespoon, so if I were using measuring spoons, probably about 2 to 1, right? A little bit more coconut oil than the honey, I think. But try it a couple times and see what you come up with. Now, here is our cacao. This is a very fine powder. Any raw cacao would work, but I represent Elements for Life, so I'm going to use my product here, okay? I got one tablespoon. Put that in my bowl. I'm going to go with a couple tablespoons. Alright. And what you're going to have with the honey and the coconut and the raw cacao is you're going to have a healthy, natural chocolate, just wonderfully delicious chocolate dessert. The berries are really only for color. I'm a chocolate hound, so I love chocolate. Now when you start, it's going to look like you've got maybe a little too much cacao in there, but you just keep working it. Work it around with your whisk. If it's too thick, go ahead and add a little bit more coconut oil. You could even add in a little coconut milk if you wanted it. Just be careful when you add in the coconut milk or coconut juice, you might get it a little too thin. And you want it kind of the consistency of when you're making chocolate fudge, or when you used to make chocolate brownies, you know, the batter, the thickness of that batter. So you can see, I mean, it's not liquid. Alright, but you can also still see that it's a little bit, it's just a little bit grainy. You know, it looks a little bit grainy. You could do this in a food processor, but I like to keep the batch really, really small so that I don't waste a lot on the inside of, say, my blender pitcher or the food processor pitcher. Yes, I can use a spatula and I can get almost every bit of it out, but it's a little easier to lick these kind of bowls with your fingers if you really wanted to do that, which sometimes I do. So the nice thing about the whisk is that you can just keep whisking it until you get it just the right consistency that you want. And I just go around all the edges, whisk it in the middle, whisk it in the edges, just a couple minutes, that's really all. And if you've got some music playing like I do in the background, you can really time yourself, because this length of a song, you're done. If anybody ever wondered what's playing in the background, my husband is a musician and a songwriter, and we have 28 CDs out on CD Baby. So that's his music playing, the Chevy Ford Band. Chevy Ford Band. Okay, so this is about where we want it to be. It's glossy, it's beautiful, it smells delicious, doesn't look as grainy now, you know. And I'm just going to let this hang out too, so that every little drop can drip off of it, which is why I will use a spoon. Just get that to hang out there, because spoon is also easy to flick from. And we're done. I'm just going to grab a bunch of this on the spoon, put it right over my strawberries and the ramekin. Now you could eat this right away like this, which would be fantastic, or you can put this in the refrigerator, and the chocolate's going to get hard because that coconut oil, when you put it in the refrigerator, it sets up like paraffin. And so you're going to have, in this case, a chocolate-covered strawberry, almost like a strawberry candy bar. And you can go ahead and just coat it if you want. Just flip those berries over a couple times and get them coated like that. Throw them in the fridge, and when the evening comes and you really want something decadent, there you go. It's already done. It took you 5 minutes in the kitchen, if that. From beginning, rinsing the berries, trimming the berries, putting them in the ramekins, putting them in the fridge. So yes.